Very good morning, everyone. Welcome to this 5 days virtual faculty development program and Education 5.0. I am Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Today, it's going to be the third day of our FDP with the topic AI and Education 5.0. It's super excited and thrilled to watch out the session. The speaker of today's session is Dr. Lakshmi Priya, Professor, Faculty of Engineering, Avinashilingam Deemed University. I first request Dr. Dalia Sam, Professor, Department of Information Technology, to give the formal welcome address.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. A very good morning to all the participants and a warm welcome to this 5 days virtual faculty development program on Education 5.0. We are delighted to have you all today on this third day of this FTP as we delve into the exciting realm of artificial intelligence and its profound impact on Education 5.0. Before we start this journey, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar, for his unwavering support in making this event possible. We are also privileged to have with us our Rector, Dr. D. Vishwanathan sir. We extend our sincere appreciation and welcome, sir, for this FDP. I also extend my warm welcome to our head of the department, Dr. N. Kanya, and to all my fellow faculty members whose support was great throughout the organizing this event. Furthermore, we are privileged to welcome our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Priya ma'am, head of the department in the Faculty of Engineering, Avinashilingam University. With our extensive expertise in the field of artificial intelligence, she is a perfect guide to shed light on this topic of intersection of AI and Education 5.0. We are looking forward to her for sharing her knowledge and enriching our understanding in this rapidly evolving domain. During today's session, we will explore the transformative potential of AI in Education 5.0. I encourage each one of you to actively participate, engage in meaningful discussion, and make the best use of this opportunity to learn from our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Priya. You can post your comments or your queries in the chat box, which will be answered towards the end during the question and answer session. Once again, I extend my warm welcome to all the participants, our esteemed president, and all the dignitaries who have joined us. Together, let us embark this illuminating journey of knowledge and exploration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that warm welcome. We are honored to have our Rector, Dr. D. Vishwanathan sir, here with us for the inaugural session. I invite you, sir, to give a formal felicitation address.
Thank you, Priya. Distinguished chief guest of this morning, Professor Lakshmi Priya, our head of the department, Dr. Kanya Vardhan, organizing person, Madam Dr. Dalia Sam, and distinguished faculty members, ladies and gentlemen. I am really delighted to be in this program, even though I am not a computer professional, but I am very much eager to learn more from the speaker. With a lot of experience, this today's speaker is going to give us an lightning the impact of AI on education. This is an interesting program. Today we find after pandemic, the real boom is taking place in all fields, also in the field of computer applications, computers. AI, artificial intelligence, now having the application in all of our life itself, not only in one particular area. You take artificial intelligence in every engineering and science branches, it is being applied. Even yesterday we were discussing in the satellite. So there also, this artificial intelligence concept softwares are being involved. So I appreciate our Department of Information Technology has taken up the right job, right program for the faculty development activities. I suggest that these programs are being to be recorded as well. Take the contents from the speakers and take a print as a hard copy. Make it available in our library so that all students will be benefited from this program. Our speaker has vast experience, not only from Avinashilingam University, but also from Anna University. She has good experience. On behalf of the MGR University, we thank the speaker for this. I come forward to speak in this activity, and I'm happy to listen this program. Even though I am in Bangalore, I would like to share few minutes to understand what is the AI in application in the field of education. And today we find all students, almost 75% of the students from plus two who passed out are interested to join AI and data science, AI and robotics, AI and machine learning like this. So it is our responsibility to give opportunity and entire knowledge bank to the uh, interesting students in this field. I hope this program will be very much useful for, not only for the faculty but also all the students. I wish all success of this program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really an enlightening speech. Next, I call upon Mrs. Jayagita, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, to give the chief guest introduction.
Good morning to all. I am Jayagita, Assistant Professor from IT Department from Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute. It's my great pleasure and honor to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. TKS Lakshmi Priya, heads the Department of Printing Technology at Avinashilingam University for Women, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu since the 2011. Prior to this 2001 to 2011, she has been working in the CSE Department of College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University, Chennai. Dr. Lakshmi Priya ma'am has been instrumental in bringing laurels to the students, alumni, and the department since her entry in 2011. The department has been accredited by NBA under Tier 1 for 2 cycles. Her background in computer science and engineering has enabled her to explore avenues like open source and freeware for pre-press, printed electronics, 3D printing, and AR. She has contributed many computer-related technical papers to the magazines and journals of printing associations and has delivered many technical talks at printer seminars. She has been an invited guest to the 150th celebration of Government of India Press at New Delhi in the year 2012 and is the governing council cooperated the academic member in All India Federation of Master Principal at New Delhi. She has been working in new product development and has given numerous technology talks entrepreneurship and innovation, both in academic institution and industry seminar. She has 2 patents, published 1 book, and over 30 national and international reputed publications to her credit. She has been a mentor under the IBM India University Relationships IBM Remote Mentoring Program in the year 2011 to 2011. She has won the INPODS IUCEE Gentle Program 3-phase context on OBE during the year 2014 to 2016. Her doctoral research was in the area of network processors along with the Intel 9P and 9A series of network processors. Presently, she is guiding a doctoral candidates in the area of Industry 4.0 technology and the DC member of the category in computer science and engineering under universities such as Anna University, Periyar Mani Anma University and Karunya University. She has received many awards from Industry Association for her contribution awards towards the introducing the recent trends to company professionals. Thank you all.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Now comes the time to hand over the session to our speaker of today's session, Dr. Lakshmi Priya. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you unmute, ma'am?
Yeah. So I'm starting my presentation.
Yeah, can you share your presentation, ma'am? I'll just display it.
Is it visible?
Just a minute, ma'am. I'll add it to the stream.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay.
Ma'am, you can also keep your camera on, ma'am. It'll be seen in the corner of the screen.
Okay. Is it now fine?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine.
Shall I start?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in this virtual faculty development program on Education 5.0. I will be talking on AI and Education 5.0 today. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, a deemed university, for having conducting this FDP for a large audience. I heard there are over 1,700 participants for this FDP. And I also thank the coordinators, the convener, and also Rector Sir for giving me the opportunity today. A little background about where I come from. I come from Avinashilingam Institute for Home Science and Higher Education for Women. It's a deemed university in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Dr. T.S. Avinashilingam is the founder of our university. He is a Padma Bhushan recipient. He was the first education minister of Madras Presidency, that is, immediately after we got independence and prior to when the states were formed. It was due to him that Tirukural was introduced in the textbooks during his period as an education minister. So later he started the Saradalaya campus, which was known as Avinashilingam Home Science College then, which has now become a deemed university. At Campus 2 in 1996, the School of Engineering was started, and I belong to the School of Engineering and I head the Department of Printing Technology. That's a small background. And I would like to quote the Tirukural. எப்பொருள் யார் யார்வாய் கேட்பினும் அப்பொருள் மெய்ப்பொருள் காண்பது அறிவு. What I would like to insist by this Kural is that today I will be talking about AI and Education 5.0, and all that I will be telling you will be from my perspective. So, you as listeners will have to intercept what I say, interpret what I say, and take what is suitable for you, for your scenario, for your situation. So, that is what I mean by may, according to this Tirukural. So, coming to the agenda, Sam, Dalia, is the audio and everything fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
It's audible and visible also. No issues.
Yeah, thank you. So, as per the agenda, we will be looking at what is AI and then what education is. Then we will introduce a little bit of Education 5.0, which you have already been through yesterday and the day before yesterday sessions. And then we will connect AI and Education 5.0. After this, we will see what is there for each of you. That is, from a student's perspective, from a teacher's perspective, or as an administrative perspective, how can you combine AI with Education 5.0? Having said that, I will also share my experiences as to how I have been using AI in my department to teach. So, for you, what are you going to look at in this presentation? You may have to get familiar with AI, especially for a non AI teacher. Some of you may be from computer science background. I'm looking at the other large crowd which is not very familiar with computer science. So for them, you may have to get a little familiar with AI. So for that, we will take a little bit of terminology and then we will see a few examples to see how AI fits in. Then we will be revisiting the basics of education. Primarily, it's a preview. And then we will be looking at education 5.0 a little bit. And then we will go to the connect. And when we are connecting AI with education 5.0, we will see a few examples. After seeing the examples, we will see as a teacher what you can do and how you can apply. After which, of course, I will be sharing my experiences. So now going into artificial intelligence. Definition wise, we can say it is the ability of computer systems to perform tasks that require human like intelligence. So, computers are not humans. When there is an intelligent component built into the algorithms in the computer systems, then we call that as a human like intelligence. So, human intelligence, why is it required? Primarily to perform higher order activities. And what are the higher order activities? Planning, decision making, having a perception, doing some creative jobs, etc. So, for these kinds of tasks, we will need intelligence. Otherwise, computers are normally used for repetitive tasks, tasks which are hazardous to human beings, task which involves large numbers, etc. So that is typically where computers and computerization, automation go in. But today we are looking at the intelligence aspect of it, and that is AI. Now, if these were done by a computer algorithm, what you have is known as a AI-based system or a AI computer system, AI algorithm, etc. So basically, AI is only a set of computations. When you say it is a set of computations, they are algorithms, they are programs, etc. And to do that, there is a lot of user interface required, like how we have keyboards and monitors for a computer system. AI requires a lot of IO devices, interfacing equipment, sensors, etc. So they will help in perceiving, reasoning out, and acting to complete a given task. So, according to McCarthy, AI is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, that is, developing intelligent computer programs. So, this is the very basic of what AI is. Now, where is AI used and when will you use AI? AI based systems are employed for intelligent automation scenarios. What do we mean by intelligent automation scenarios? We've already seen what intelligence is. That is, making use of decision making, self learning, doing accurate predictions, etc. So, though that will contribute to the intelligent part of it. And what is automation? Automation is doing without human involvement. So, AI based systems are used when you need intelligence and when you need automation. Let's go into examples. We all use Google Maps. So Google Map itself is an example of an AI based system. So there is a lot of decision making, there is a lot of predictions, there are uncertainty which will have to be dealt with, there is a lot of self learning. Algorithms are written based on data collected throughout the globe, and from there these algorithms will determine the route or an alternate route or display what you want depending on the query you ask. Maybe what are the restaurants near me? What is the next stop? All those things are features which you already are aware of, are based on AI algorithms. Another example is self-driving cars. If you have heard of self-driving cars, they are cars which does not need a driver. So here also numerous aspects of artificial intelligence are built into it. Now, the self-driving cars are very, very advanced versions when compared to Google Map. Google Map is a mere software which is given to the end user. Of course, the back end has a lot of devices, lot of cloud computing and other things at the back end. When it comes to the self-driving cars, it's an entire equipment in which the software is built and that is given to the user. You as an end user will be given a car which has a lot of software and self-driving happens. So this is a very advanced version. So now here we have seen two extremes of artificial intelligent applications. One, a small app inside your mobile. The other one, the entire car given to you. So these are two extremes. Let's take some terminology. Now, some of the popular techniques for AI are machine learning, natural language processing, speech recognition. So, these are all techniques which contribute to the intelligence in the computers. Um, I'm going through it at this level for people who are unaware of computers and AI to have a basic understanding of what AI is. Because to a large extent, people who are talking about AI blindly say artificial intelligence, but the technology behind that is not known. For those people, a step forward towards AI, when you go, you get to know what are the techniques that are used in AI. Such techniques have been listed here. Machine learning. All these are basically algorithms only. Everything under AI is an algorithm. So, machine learning is an algorithm with a lot of mathematical calculations involved in identifying or incorporating intelligence into the program. Natural language processing is a specific stream where the human language is being understood by the algorithms. Otherwise, algorithms are written in pseudocodes, they are translated into machine language that is zeros and ones and processed on an electronic basis in the electronics, the hardware that is used. But when human being speaks in a language, if the language has to be understood by the computer, then whatever technology is used is known as natural language processing. You would have seen text to speech, speech to text, automatic completion of words when you're Googling. All these come under natural language processing. Speech recognition is the next level of natural language processing, in which the voice and what they speak are both considered as the input. Not only the language, but also sound. Sound is incorporated. So, like this, on a higher level, the other terms that you need to be familiar to understand artificial intelligence are deep learning, predictive analysis, image recognition, etc. Now, much of these techniques are already applied in the applications that you see in a daily basis. Robots are used in movies, and these robots have vision in them, computer vision, there is speech recognition, natural language processing. All these combined together have been built into that scale. Your Alexa is also an example that also can recognize voice, it can recognize the speech, does natural language processing, etc. So today, most of the AI based systems are a combination of multiple AI techniques behind it. Now let's see a few examples to understand a little more, because we are all using AI based apps, AI based software and devices in our daily life. But how AI is incorporated into it is what we are not aware. So, to get a feel of where AI is and how it works to a very subtle level, let's see a few examples. The autocomplete feature that we use in most of the searches and most of the browsing sites is an example for natural language processing. It is AI based. So you can see in Google, in this screenshot, I have given artificial and then the letter I only is typed, but it gives a list of options that can be taken into account based on this. So the choices that are given will be based on certain either based on the user or the scenario in which the whole thing is done. Based on this, predictions will happen and suggestions or recommendations will be given to complete the keyword that we are searching here. So this is known as the autocomplete feature, which is an example for AI. Google Lens, which many of us are using, is another example. In that, there is image recognition. In autocomplete, it is purely text based. In Google Lens, it is image based. So, recognition of the image happens here, and based on that, further processing happens. Image recognition is an intelligent action because in the computer, images are only pixels. So it knows it as pixels, but not as a face or as an eye, nose, cat, dog. So converting those pixels and identifying it as an object itself is an intelligent task. Therefore, image recognition is categorized under artificial intelligence. So any image recognition software that you're looking at is an AI based software. Then we'll look at the next one, WhatsApp Translator. There is this translate feature in the WhatsApp. What will happen? You have to type a text. You click this translate and choose what language you want. The entire text will be translated into the other language and the other language font will be displayed. So what happens here? It is able to identify the text that you have written, recognize what language it is, convert that language into another language, which means word to word translation is required. After it has converted into the other language, the corresponding script for that language is used for displaying it on the screen. So all these tasks again are involving a lot of intelligence. So this software is another example for artificial intelligence. So your WhatsApp translator is another example. So these three are fundamentally things that you are commonly using. Now let's look at another one. You all have AI cameras. Most of the mobiles today are built in with AI camera. How come a camera is artificial intelligence in it? Let us see. So a number of features are there. One example is it helps to take better photos. What do we mean by better? Because it's capable of identifying objects, the scenery behind you, the lighting that is there, and it is capable of adjusting the lighting or recognizing the face and enhancing only the face. Then it can even make the background fuzzy so that the face is sharpened, or it can recognize the eyes, ears, nose, and detect whether your eyes are open and then click, whether you're smiling, and only if you're smiling the click happens. So these are all features that are used in AI based camera. Now let's do a small activity. Can you mention in the chat whether you have used any AI feature in your mobile phone? Can I have some interaction from the participants? Can you mention any one AI feature that you have used in your mobile camera? Participants? Participants, can I have some interaction? In the chat box, in the comments, face recognition, photo video editor, online shopping, cameraல சொல்லுங்க. You have all used your AI camera இல்லையா? அதுல features வரும்ல. அந்த feature என்ன வந்து அப்படி சொல்லுங்க. Yeah, I'm getting examples for general AI. Background change is correct. Face recognition correct. Emotion recognition correct. Translator cameraல வராது. டைமர் சொல்லலாம். டைம் பேஸ் பண்ணி அது இட் இஸ் ஏபிள் டு கிளிக் அப்படி. ஓகே. கேன் ஐ ஹேவ் சம் மோர்? மொபைல் கேமரா ஃபேஸ் ரெகக்னிஷன், ரைட். யா. Some more? Can I have more examples? Are there people who are with non-AI background? Can you tell me if you are from a non-AI background? Auto adjustment, correct. Are there people from non-AI background, non-computer science teachers? Please put a non-CS in the text box if you are not a CS teacher. Based on that, we can go in for a faster presentation. Fingerprint. Okay. Are there non-computer science teachers here? In the participants, are there among the participants there are non-AI, yeah, non-CS? Okay. So I'm going slow because there are non-CS teachers. I hope this pace at which I am presenting is fine for you. Yeah. So it's mainly for this non-CS teachers that I am giving such examples. Yeah, thank you. There are many of you. So we have seen some of the features that are available in our daily use camera itself, which is AI based. Now I'll go to the next example, Snapchat. Most of your children will be using Snapchat. What is Snapchat? You take a photo, or at least you keep your camera on and show the real world, take an image there. Then what happens? Something additionally appears on top of the image. Maybe this specs or some nice background or some foreground or even jewelry, um, crown, flowers, all these are added to it. So, how does this work? This works under the concept of computer vision. First of all, computer vision. Why? Because it has to recognize where the eyes are, and over the eyes, it has to put the specs. Where is the head? And over the head, it has to fix the crown. Like that, it has to identify what is there in the image and accordingly superimpose something else. The superimposing something else is known as augmented reality. So, computer vision, not only use of camera but also recognition of the image and superimposing it in the right size fitting. Have you seen any oversized crown? No, it fits correctly, na? And also skin tone, it will change. Like that, so many features are there. If you have played with Snapchat, you will know. So this is an excellent example for artificial intelligence. You can even play with it and see how many features are involved in this. Another example is recommendation systems. Okay, what is a recommendation system? Most of us have made use of online shopping. So when you go for shopping, what happens? You search for something and it recommends, it says people or jobs you may be interested in. Then Amazon says new recommendations for you. So, how does this happen? It is based on machine learning and then big data. Every time you log into that place, your profile, whatever you have done, your actions are all tracked and the data are collected. Later, when you log in, the analytics gives a recommendation of what is more suitable for you. It can either be more suitable for you, or it can also say others who searched for this book also searched for this book. So it can be personalized for you, or it can be personalized for the object or item that you're purchasing. So you're purchasing one book, people who bought this book also bought the other books. So this is another example for AI. So recommendation, wherever this kind of recommendation comes, they are all based on AI. Then there are also online courses that are happening, MOOCs. During the lockdown, we were all with MOOCs only, online sessions only. MOOCs are highly powered with AI. I have listed a few research papers where are using artificial intelligence. So, as a teacher, we have to look at it holistically. When we give examples, we have to look at publications and site examples. We have to give real time and scenarios. We have to give apps and suggest examples. So this example, I have chosen research papers to show that MOOCs do have AI in it. But how it has, for that I will tell. Personalization is one thing. When you're doing an online course, there are hundreds of people who will be undergoing the course. However, as we know, learners have different skills. Learners are of different types. So, in order to cater to individual learner, slow or fast, whether the person needs more textual or more visual, accordingly, if it is personalized, then the MOOC program is known as personalized MOOC program, and that personalization requires artificial intelligence. So, having seen what artificial intelligence on a subtle manner is, we will now go on to what education is. So, education is basically concerned with the methods of teaching and learning. As teachers, we teach, and as students, they learn. So, this combination of teaching learning is education. And what is the aim? There needs to be a transmission of knowledge or fostering of skills and character traits. Okay, so knowledge as well as skill sets are to be imparted. So this is education. And from the teacher perspective, there are three phases. We have to plan, then we have to execute, and then evaluate. So this planning is where we prepare our material, we identify who our students are, which course we have to teach, how we have to teach, all that comes under planning. Execution, we teach them. Classroom teaching, online teaching, giving assignments and making them learn. Such things are execution. Evaluation is when you give a test and provide a feedback. It could also be quizzes in the classroom, etc. So these are the three phases of teaching. So when we put it as a workflow, how does it look like? We have to identify the needs, what we will teach, when, how. Then we have to plan and design. How will I make it interesting, etc. So this is one example of a workflow of teaching. When you have this workflow of teaching, you know what are the tasks as a teacher we have to do during our entire profession. Now, each of these tasks as a human being we are doing, or we make use of computers, so there is automation or there is computerization. Computerization is you make use of the computer. Automation is you are not involved, computer does it. Now we will have to see which of these tasks can have a AI flavor so that our lives are easy. As our rector today morning was telling, students are so much interested in computers and computer stream only. Secondly, sir was telling, students are so much different nowadays. The present generation is so different that the teachers are finding it difficult to cope up with the students and make them learn. So when the situation is like that, we have to look at how we can make use of AI so that our life as a teacher is easy and we are able to reach out to the students and speak in their language, in the sense what their interest is. So let's make use of AI for many of these tasks and bridge the gap between the student interest and teachers' profession. So that was a slight introduction to education. Now, we know what education is because we are teachers. But what is education 5.0? How did they come up with this evolution of 5.0 is what we are going to see. Now, when we are more focused on what is the outcome based systems, then that is categorized under education 5.0. Then use of technology and having a more humanized teaching with a focus on the students, at the same time looking at social emotional development. If these things are focused, then we call this level of or this kind of education as education 5.0. How did this education 5.0 concept itself get coined? It got coined by the evolution of the industry. because we are getting the students ready so that they are placed in the industry, and the industry in turn helps the society or caters to the society. Therefore, students should be ready for Industry 5.0. Industry 4.0 is the current era, and we are moving towards 5.0. In 1760s, that was the first industrialization era. Mechanization happened, steam engine, water power happened. So that's when you had your steam engines and trains. Then there was mass production during the next era. People were making single items. Production was in single items, smaller units. When you wanted hundreds of items to be produced in the industry, then so stages of having huge machinery involved, electricity, etc., made it possible to have automatic mass production, use of conveyor belts, etc. Then what happened? The next era was automation. When computers were invented, electronics became great. During this computer era only, automation happened. So human involvement in the industry again got lesser. There was not much of laborious work, but the production increased even further and larger industries were set up. Then we have the present Industry 4.0, which is known as cyber physical systems, which includes artificial intelligence, cloud computing, robotics. This is known as the smart factory era. Not only having a huge factory with automation, but the factory is smart. The smart factory spans across the entire globe. The factory need not be in one place. The factory with remote access, with internet access, can also have one more unit in another place. You would have all heard of this WhatsApp business on a very, very small scale. I know of people who sell saris on WhatsApp. How do they do it? They get order from people like us. If they do not stock the saris in their house, once the orders are coming, they forward the orders to their wholesaler. They receive the material and pass it on to me. So here what happens? They are working from multiple places. They don't have a warehouse, they don't have a stock. So the entire business itself is without much investment. Only a mobile and WhatsApp connection, Paytm, etc., is more than enough. So if small businesses are able to happen across multiple geographic locations with only a mobile phone, imagine the level and scale to which the industries are working. Industries need not be in one location, they can have branches across the world, with each branch doing one task of the entire production. So, the smart factory era is what we are in today. And what is the next stage of Industry 5.0? It is looking at human involvement. So, when industrialization is increasing, people are not looking at the human being. So, customizing and looking at human brain, human mind is what is people are looking at in the next future. At the same time, people are looking at human evolution also. We started as a hunting society, it moved into agriculture specific, industry oriented, information oriented, and now we are in the society 5.0 era, moving towards 5.0 era. In society 5.0, what is the key thing? We need to have a super smart society. What do we mean by super smart? Every human being has to be happy, no stress. In the industry 4.0, stress increased. People worked for more hours, even though computers were there, even though smart factory was there. You will know every profession people are working 24 by 7. But are they happy about it? Are they not stressed? We are still stressed. There is a lot of work. Just because you have a mobile phone in the hand, it doesn't mean you are free. You are able to take calls at any time. It has advantages, but you are made available to it 24 by 7. So, this 24 by 7 always being active is causing stress for the human beings. So people are looking at how the stress level can be reduced and make human beings enjoy the work. That is a society 5.0 era. Of course, there are a lot of technical terms around it, but the core thing is, are human beings happy? So here we also look at the environment, ensuring more greenness, looking at more organic aspects, having computer and artificial intelligence helping this, etc. So these are all things that resulted in education 5.0. So the evolution of the industry, the evolution of the society, in the same manner, evolution of education also is happening. In education 5.0, what is more important? Personalization, having humanitarian concern, ethics, etc. So when we are in the education 5.0, we have to impart these to the students. How do we impart this? We must remember, as a society, the students have to be happy. We have to embrace society 5.0. We should also embrace industry 4.0 smart factory era. Whatever technologies that are there in the industry 4.0 currently available, we have to embrace that and inculcate students with this kind of teaching. So AI is part of this smart factory era or the industry 4.0 era. And AI is the means by which it gives you this smart society 5.0 also. Intelligently, you have devices around you which can help you in de-stressing. So we have to see how this AI and education 5.0 can go hand in hand. So this is the stage set ready. I have tried to make the stage set ready to assure that AI and education 5.0 are going to be very, very essential for teachers. So, are there any queries from you at this point? Is it clear that AI is necessary for us and we have to impart AI based techniques so that we are able to teach the students the current trends? Can I have from some feedback from the participants? Sensors, voice assistants, yeah, that's an example that you have given. Then calling and messaging, internet connectivity, GPS, biometric, yeah. Now, biometric per se need not be AI. Okay, biometric is only an image recognition. It need not necessarily have artificial intelligence in this. If you are a non-CS person, let's not go deep into it, but most of these may have AI or may not have AI also. Sensors may have AI or may not have AI, but sensors are an IO device for an AI based system. So we have to understand it like that. Now, are there any doubts for people who are teaching? Please put your queries here. There's a question from Nalina ma'am. In future, everyone will be getting job because manpower is less. Ma'am, I don't understand your question. In future, everyone will be getting job because manpower is less. Ma'am, job is not necessarily. See, the jobs are there in plenty. We have to find a job and we have to find a job and be able to take it up. Ola and Uber are the best example. In Tamil, we say வெறும் கையில மொளம் அளக்கிறது அப்படின்ட்டு. So what's happening? There is no company, there is no building, there is no setup, but Ola and Uber are mere apps that are making a big business. So like that, it's possible to find a job, it's possible to create a job and go on. Manpower less, um, factory more automation, therefore there is no job அப்படிங்கிற concept is something which I will not agree. It's possible for each of us to identify what we need. Appo, there is a difference between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Many of my students will say, ma'am, I searched in Google, this is what I got. So they are not using their brains. They are just referring to Google and taking the recommendation that Google is giving them. If there was a little bit of human intelligence, my students will give the right keyword and get the right response that I gave as an assignment. But students are not doing it. What is the problem? We are depending on artificial intelligence and not using human intelligence. So the human intelligence has to be the focus. Artificial intelligence has to only be a tool. That is something which people are forgetting. So this job, to my perspective, I don't think it's an issue. Then can you brief about the use of AI in mind mapping? Yeah, there are tools available, ma'am, where you can use AI based tools are available, apps are available for creating mind maps. Then the next question is with education 5.0, is it like going back to our roots of Vedas except for the part of AI? No, education 5.0 is not a one liner like this. One branch of it can be looking at roots of Vedas. Okay, you can take that path and use. But at the same time, you should remember that we are in industry 5.0. With this scenario and this environment only, you have to work. You can't be in a ashram and teach. You have to be in the present kind of a building. You have to be able to teach in this scenario. So you can take tips from there, you can adopt it, and you will be able to do. Um, What's the next question? If so, will it be education without an educator? Ma'am, that again is in our hands. Education without an educator is not possible, especially for a country like India. See, there are different types of human beings. Even after AI comes, the human character will again have so many varieties and differences. All these cannot be put into the computer, and the computer will never be a total solution for doing this educator job. Unnone, the merits of having a face-to-face teaching are definitely needed in the future sense. See, ma'am, many of you will know people who are working in the IT company are there are people who cannot work for so many hours. Looking at the computer for so many hours gives them a lot of stress. It has an impact on their eyes, on their body. There is lack of exercise. So, certain things do have their respective drawbacks. In order to overcome that drawback, once in a while there is a get together, they go on an outing and other things. But then it is not in a proper pace. It should be interleaved between. You can't have 20 days of working and 1 day holiday. Therefore, the current situation is very unstable, irregular. So everything has to be regularized. When things are regularized, nothing can be eliminated. The teacher will not be there, only computer will teach is not the only solution. You will have a mix of everything. Okay. Then is there, yeah. So we will continue. I hope all questions have been answered. Let me continue. Okay, now we're going to the key aspect of the session, AI and Education 5.0. Let's see how AI and Education 5.0 are going to go hand in hand. Education is not to replace teachers. This is something that all of us will have to strongly take in our hand. It's not going to replace. We have human intelligence. As long as we teachers depend on artificial intelligence and not, but if we say, I am a human being, I know better than AI, I can win over AI, or I can understand what AI is doing, and it's not possible to replace teachers. Okay. See, there is a movie in which the Isaac Asimov's law goes haywire. That is when the robots start attacking human beings. Robots start getting overpowered. Okay. So those movies and all, when you watch, you will know that at a limit, maybe because of the carelessness but then there is a human intelligence coming in and controlling the robo. So robo will have a limited intelligence only, and beyond that human intelligence can still work and surpass the artificial intelligence, so that the humanoids cannot take over the human beings. When you watch movies you will understand this subtle concept. Okay, so what are we trying to say? Application of AI in education is not to replace teachers, but to give them a helping hand in understanding the potential and limitations of each student. Now, in a class of 60 or 100, we are not able to give individual attention. But only as teachers and human beings, we can give an individual attention to the students. For a computer, that will be used as a tool, or where you put all the data there and let it give a quick consolidation or an analytics, but then you will be able to take the action. Like that, you will have to use AI as a tool, so that we will be able to cater to each student. So this AI will have benefits for any role that you take, whether you're a teacher or a student, for parents, and for an institution at a large, and also the entire nation itself. Also, it will be helpful. Sorry for some spelling mistakes. So how are you going to make use of AI? So AI along with humans, there are a number of areas where you can work. This is known as assisted intelligence. Then there are places where you can have additional intelligence. That's called augmented intelligence. So assisted intelligence is assistance in making decisions and taking actions. Okay, you will take action. Augmented intelligence is humans are decision making, the entire decision making itself is automated. When it comes to AI, only when human beings are not involved, that's called automation. Automation of routine tasks with artificial intelligence. Autonomous intelligence is adapting to different situation. So autonomous intelligence example is the car, the self-driven car that we saw. So different unknown situations it will be able to handle. So these are some ways in which you can segregate and see how you want to make use of AI. Now we'll go to examples where AI can be used in Education 5.0. Can any of you give me some points that were mentioned under Education 5.0 yesterday and day before yesterday? Give me some keywords. When somebody asks you what is Education 5.0 as a teacher, how will you, what are the things that you should remember? Can you put some points about Education 5.0? Yeah, how to educate students with values. We'll come to that. Can anybody tell what were the takeaways of Education 5.0 session yesterday and day before yesterday? Give me some pointers so that we will see how AI can be used for that. Integrating technology. Okay, we should teach students to integrate technology. Then, and Vijay ma'am said values. So we will have value also in our list. Social, ethical, emotional capacity should be built in. Okay. Some more reply, please. If we are to follow Education 5.0, what should we do? Give some pointers. Now, with that in mind, we will see how AI can be used. Students achieving outcome. Okay. We have to make the students achieve the outcomes. Future empowerment. Okay. So with these some points, let us see how offering personalized teaching. Okay. Now let's see how our AI can be used with these examples. Now, there are robots that are used for teaching. Robots trained to be useful teaching assistant. Okay. So robots can be used as teaching assistants. Then there is also a school in Bangalore where robots teach students. Okay, and there is the first robotic teacher in Germany known as Yuki from 2019 onwards. So it's able to teach lectures. So what is the idea here? Now, when there are numerous students, or when there are students of different types and they need personal attention, then As a human being, we have our own limitations, either in terms of the time that we can allot. Maybe there are 10 students. For all the 10 students, if you are to explain individually, it will not be possible within the 1 hour session that we have. Or if they come to you later also, for each individual tuition student, you can't tutor them separately. So like this, there are limitations that we have. For such cases, you can have teaching assistants. And what will this teaching assistant do? It is personalized. So when a student has certain disability or certain, maybe a slow learner or language specific problems, then you can program the robot to, or customize the robot to provide personalized tutoring to that particular student in terms of giving specific assignments, or in terms of interacting and getting the word out, where you have to sometimes talk to the children and make them come up with the idea or give a response or something like that. For such cases, robots can be useful as teaching assistants. Definitely, they are not a replacement. Or they can take lecture classes for a longer period of time. Sometimes, what will happen? You will want to take class which is the same thing, repeat the same thing what you repeated yesterday. If that is the case, you can make use of, for repetitive tasks, robots. In this session, what happens when I am handling this session? I am customizing it to you, asking you a question, and depending upon the participants, I will be speaking the next or presenting the next slides. So here, human intelligence is required. But in the case of sessions where just going through the PPT, running through the PPT is more than enough, then in that case, robotic assistants are more than enough. So we have to identify the scenario where robotic assistants are used for what kind of students, which course, which specific lesson, like that, and apply it. So this is one example of a robot teacher manufacturer in India. So Vista Next Generation is manufacturing robot. This is an additional information for you. We will go to another example, which is known as the grade scope. It helps to seamlessly administer and grade assessments online or in a class. See, sometimes when we have large number of answer papers, or sometimes we will have students whom we have to personalize and give questions. Under those conditions, we can have their handwritten paper itself be graded or evaluated by this software. And what's the idea? This software will be able to recognize the handwriting. It will recognize the handwriting, identify what the answer was in the answer paper, compare it with the keys that you have already given. For each question, you will give a key. It will compare with the key and put the marks. So such a tool is available, and it's available for a range of subjects. It's available for paper-based assignment as well as programming assignment. What I have shown here is a screenshot of their web page. This is an example. What you're seeing now is an example of an answer sheet and how the grade scope will evaluate it. So you will have to give the keys. It will be able to recognize the handwriting. So handwriting recognition is the key thing which is AI based in this software. Of course, most of you would have been using Kahoot widely, especially during the lockdown. Kahoot is a classic example for AI based. It is a game based quiz generator. So this has a lot of artificial intelligence in this. So when we are using such things, we have to remember the key priorities. How will you inculcate value in the students was a question. So what kind of questions you're giving here should have some ethical value. When you say it has to have a time limit and other thing, you give an incentive for students who finish it within the time, who don't copy. Those are additional things that you have to inculcate in the configuration of these software. So by using not necessarily what question you are asking, but how you are conducting the exam and what incentives you are giving, values can be inculcated. Another example is intelligent tutoring by Carnegie Learning. So this Carnegie Learning is an AI-powered math education platform. So in this platform, there are a number of individual student-based personalization features available for a wide range of students. So personalized teaching is also, tutoring is also possible using artificial intelligence. Then there is another one known as Brainia. Brainia is a personal assistant. It can understand human language, it can have voice recognition, and then the feature that we're talking about is it has a dictation software. What does it mean by a dictation software? When you are able to read out something, it will be able to type the word. So language to text. So this especially can be used for people with visual impairment. So they need not type anything, or they need not look out for a human assistance. Instead, what voice they say, it will be able to type. For example, this is a plugin. Brainia is a plugin, which means when you open your Word and install Brainia in it, any partial vision person or a visual impaired person who is there can read it out, can tell the answer. Let us say answer. She or he can tell out the answer, and Brainia will automatically type it on the screen. So her assignment will be done. Otherwise, what will happen? They will have to submit the assignment in a different forum. So partially there can be assistance. Somebody can open the Word document for them. But after the Word document has been opened, all she have to do, all this the person has to do is orally read out the answer or tell the answer. The answer will get typed and the assignment will be done. So this is a text to speech recognition. Similarly, speech to text recognition. Not only that, it can be done in multiple languages also. It has multilingual feature also. Okay. Now, can any of you tell if you have already used any AI based app? Have you ever used an AI based app? Teach them culture, sustainable development, virtual learning. Yeah. Um, PPT not able to read clearly. Is that so? Are my slides not visible? AI will rule the world. Let us, in my perspective, AI will rule the world means you are making AI the single monarch of the world. No, there are so many other features together: science, technology. Okay, so let's not put AI on that position. There are other things as well. Let humans rule the world. We should all be very confident that humans will rule the world and AI will be a tool for us to rule the world. SDG goals, yes, we will be using sustainable development goals as the basis, so that students are aware of it. Then teach them principles, innovation, and it's innovative and it's easy. Can anybody tell what AI apps if you have used Google Sheets? All right, Google Sheets, correct. Alexa, okay. Google Forms, audio to speech translation. Yeah. So have you used it for your students? Have you give them assignments? Were you able to use? Have you used them in teaching learning? Okay. So you're fairly aware of what we are talking about. Now we'll go to some other apps which are not commonly used. Automation of documentation and data entry. For example, of course, we will all be having a software in our own colleges, but still, you can document documentation and data entry for attendance, grading, assessment, and all. Even for report card generation, they can be automated with a lot of software that is available. Then you can also have different learning methodology people. That is, slow learners are there, fast learners, self-paced learning is there, game-based learning is there. For these, there are tools that are available. Now, there is an AI-powered quiz generator. Okay, QuestGen is an AI-powered quiz generator. As usual, we all know that a quiz generator is a software where you'll have to put questions and the four options, give it the right key, and then do some configuration. So once you have given the questions, the key, then you have to start with the configuration. Normally, how we have been doing so far, we say random questions. Questions will have a fixed time. Then it will show the response immediately, or it will show the response in the end. Like this, we will configure the quiz. In addition to that, if you are able to incorporate the students' learning methodology also, that feature is available in question, in the sense that for each question, what is the level and how much time is the learner requiring to reply. All these statistics will be available if the student is very much in a particular topic. Let's say in mathematics, the person is finding very difficult in calculus. Then the next time it will ask another question in calculus with a lower level, because each question will have a level, and if the student is taking a long time to answer a particular level, the next question will be in a next lower level. That we normally do in the class also. We ask a question. If the students are not able to answer, we break the question down into smaller question or a preliminary question and then ask them. So there are AI powered quiz generators which can extract this kind of data when the students are answering. So this is one example. Then the other one is AI powered assessment tool. Ekaliva is an AI powered assessment tool wherein you can do proctoring and also evaluation. Then AI powered game based LMS is there. This is Play Below. Yellow AI is used for business to customer interaction, but this, although they say it is meant for business to customer or consumer interaction, we can use it for a student teacher platform. Then this knowledge assistant is an AI assisted question and answer generator. So you only have to give a paragraph of your notes. It will generate a question and an answer and prepare a list of questions. Even preparing a question paper, so there are tools available. Prep AI is also a AI assisted question paper generator. So what you have to do, you have to upload a document or you have to copy paste a notes. From there, it will extract questions and it will also put an answer. You can either use it as a question bank or as a notes for the students so that they will be able to prepare for their exam. Then we have this Vervo, which is an AI assisted employee hiring tool. Here, measurement and prediction of performance is done. Although people use it for employee hiring, we can use it for identifying our student. In the sense, from the resume, this AI assisted employee hiring will extract specific features and give an evaluation or a ranking criteria, something it will give you. That we can do for our own students. So you only have to have a format or a form in which what points you need a questionnaire kind of a form where you have to get the students maybe mark or interest, and then what you want to extract you can do. This is called Burview. So basically, we will need feedback. Where do we have the feedback? Based on how we teach, what our methodology is used, then what is the pace in which we teach. We use a lot of examples and our mode of delivery, visual, auditory, etc. So the feedback to the teachers in teaching methodology can be got from AI based tools. If you are going at a faster speed, when you get the feedback that you're going at a faster speed, then you can have assisted tools which can repeat the answers to the student. You can hand it over to the students and they can use it later on like this. And then the choice of example, you can give only a generic example for the entire class, but if each student has a different caliber or a different interest and you want different examples, then you can configure it in your app and then give it to the students. AI based app that will be of a use where the students will be able to use outside the classroom. Similarly, for the student side also, AI-based education can give instant feedback. As I said in the quiz, you can either give a response immediately or it can be given at the end. So feedback is possible for the students. There can be interaction and smart content, whether it is a question answer that you have generated and given to them or a quiz. Then and there, the student will be able to know to which level the student is studying or whether the answer is correct, what are the additional topics that are required or subtopics that are required can be configured. Most of these features are already there in the presently available MOOC courses that we are very familiar with. So far, is it going on the right pace?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how AI can help visually, physically challenged people. Ah, that's what. As I told you, we have a special education department in our university. So this department has a number of tools, software that are available to teach children. They also have a B.Ed course for differently abled, that is a visually impaired teacher. So there are a number of tools that are available. And one example that I already gave you is this voice to text converter. Okay. Is there anything else that you specifically want? Voice to text was the example that I have given you. Then ethical AI and digital citizenship. Okay, these all should be incorporated, right? What is the scope if a student is not good in AI technology? Okay, see, there are two things. As I said, are you a CS teacher or are you a non CS teacher? So let's look at students also like that. Are we going to teach AI to them or are we going to only apply AI to them? The CS teachers will teach AI to students. They have to know the technology, they need to develop AI. But the non CS teachers will use AI. That is why I'm showing you all these AI based software and apps that you can use to the students. Do you want to teach AI? No, I am not teaching you AI. I'm telling you how to use AI for the students. Like that, you tell students how to use AI based software for their purpose. We don't have to know what is machine language. We don't have to know what is NLP, how to write NLP code. That's not our goal. We are having a NLP tool to do this. We are having a NLP app to do this. That's our goal. So we don't have to teach AI for a non-CS student. Then, okay, we are looking at AI tools for education right now. Personalized learning pathway. Okay, done with the questions. Okay, so what you can do for education is teachers can get feedback using AI apps. Students can get feedback using AI apps. They are either AI apps or they are AI based MOOC or the AI based software, whatever you want to call it. Okay, existing ones like Google Sheets or existing ones like your Alexa, any of these. So we should know we can get intelligent feedback. So what are the apps available? Let me use it. That should be the intention for the teacher. Remember, we saw the workflow of the entire teaching process, and there were so many questions in the slides which I asked. Each of these tasks, how can I use AI for making my life better? That's it. I don't want to know what AI is, but as a teacher, my life has to be better. And I have to incorporate values and whatever keywords that Education 5.0 is telling. Okay. So it's possible to have flipped classroom using AI tools. It's possible to have global classroom because of AI. You can inculcate discipline because one example is AI based video analytics. See, when students are writing exam, I think most colleges already have it. You tell them to keep the camera on and the blink or movement of the eyeball is being detected today. If the eyeball goes right or left, then there are chances the student is looking at the next person. So, vision based online exams are already there. That's an example for AI. So, you can inculcate discipline into the student. It's not necessary each teacher has to invigilate each student separately. The computer will do the invigilator's duty. So, inculcating discipline is possible. This is an example for how you can bring in ethics. It's not directly telling them what is ethics, define ethics, which action is ethics, is this ethical, is that not ethical. That is directly giving a question and teaching them ethics. This is inculcating it during the studentship itself. You're grooming them like that. It's possible to monitor and track students with different kinds of apps. You can have a smart classroom with multiple tools. இப்பெல்லாம் வந்து teaching learning tools what are there? NBA is asking, NAC is asking, what do we say? We say we have a smart board, we have a projector, we have this, that, online online videos, and all we are listing out the tools. Yeah. So this AI tools are also will come under that list. We will not teach AI, but we would use them as tools for different activities. Then there are teaching learning analytics that can be taken. What are the software? I'll give you sample software. AI based video analytics is used for security. People are using for security. CC camera, yes, you have your CCTV, CC cameras, yeah, surveillance cameras. So those things, what do they do? It's possible to identify from the video specific persons can be identified. This can be used in an exam hall. Teacher need not invigilate. All you need to do is put up surveillance cameras with intelligence software, with AI software. What will the camera do? It will detect whether the student is getting up from the seat or not. If the student is getting up from her place, probably you can have a voice um, message. It will say, if it has recognized the person also, it will say, Miss So and so, you got up from the class, from your table. This is exam time. Sit and continue. Like that, it can give instructions. So such systems will inculcate discipline even if the teacher is not invigilating the classroom. So video analytics with next feature, voice instructions can be incorporated. The other one I'm telling you is Jill Watson, Georgia Tech's artificially intelligent teaching assistant, a set of online learning tools they have. Tech is using. This is not a robot. It is only a set of learning tools. It's available online. Then there is this Creator AI. It is an AI based product description writer. Business people are using this to describe their product and put the information online. So you have seen e-commerce websites. There are a number of products displayed. Below that, there is a small description given about the product. Is it not? Today you go to chat GPT and ask some question, it will give you a description. So that kind of description is given by this creator AI. You can use this and tell the students to compare their answer with this answer. Probably if you say, write a note on AI. If you say write a note on AI, let the student come up with her version of AI answer. Let her go to this website and get an answer from Creator AI. Let her compare these two and see the quality of her writing. This will help her improve the quality of writing. So, product description can be used for such things. Similarly, there are AI based analytics tools which will help in data collection, drawing the graph and telling where something is low, what is high, what is the frequency, where we have to improve. So we have to use it, interpret it, and then action we have to take. So most of these are tools. They are not a complete replacement of our teaching. We use them as tools so that we can do the next task based on the response. Then you can inculcate personalized learning. You can have inclusive classroom. What is an inclusive classroom? People from different types can be there. Inclusion in terms of disability, I can say disabled people can be part of the classroom. Transgender are there, rich and poor are there, black and white are there. So when we are coming with heterogeneous group, it's called inclusion. You're able to include. Inclusion can also be in terms of learning, slow learner for fast learner. You don't have to put them in a separate section. In terms of language, multiple languages people can be in the same place. So inclusive classroom environment can be built when you have a AI based education. You know that in the parliament and in places where international leaders meet, they all have a translator, they have it plugged into the ear. When the speaker is speaking in one language, they hear it in the other language. Is it not? Such things are possible. So such things, if we are able to bring to our classroom, we can have students belonging to other language also being part of the same classroom. You have to teach only in one language, they will know in the other language. Then you have AI based subject wise learning tool. I've already showed you an example where math is being assessed, one tool where mathematics is assessed. For learning also, you can have subject wise learning tools. Think Stir that I have mentioned here on top, the logo, AI assisted math tutoring platform, specifically for math. Then you have a Copymatic, which is a blog content writer. So content writing is very important because that's where students learn language. So give them content writing activities. Let your assignment be compared with the content writing blog. Let them check their grammar and plagiarism. Let them come up with new vocabulary. So that will be a learning platform for them. Then there are AI based recommendation tools. And this GitHub is a very good example of AI powered coding platform. So students are more interested in taking the code from GitHub and running it rather than learning to write on their own. That is where we have to bring ethics, values for education 5.0. We should tell them, prepare your code, compare this code with automatically generated code in GitHub. That's that's how we tune them to education 5.0. So AI and education 5.0, what tools were there and certain things we have gone through. Now let me tell you uh, what is there for teacher perspective, student and administrator. For you, how do you go about it? You have to plan an AI implementation. We've already seen one workflow of how teaching happens and what are the stages in it, and each task you have to identify how AI will help. Like that, we will run through this process diagram also. What you need to do is first you have to identify the scenario. What is the scenario? It could be classroom teaching, or it could be your evaluation or a HOD task, or it could be if you're an IQIC in charge, it could be that as a scenario. Like this, identify as a tutor, mentor. So first identify an application area. Which scenario do you want to now look at? That's the first one. Then what is the process? If you are a IQIC in charge, what all processes are there? List them down. Find out what you have to automate or which one is challenging, where you have to overcome certain hurdles that you want to simplify. Therefore, you're thinking of using AI for it. Like that, identify that process. After you have identified that process, you have to integrate AI solutions to the prevailing process. The process is already existing, but it's tough for you, or it's taking time. You don't have enough manpower. Then, such situation, we have to empower or use AI. So, you have to conceive an idea, you have to design how you are going to apply AI for it. You have to identify the appropriate tools. We are not going to build a new tool. We're going to use the existing tools that are available. We are not a software developer. We are not building an AI. Therefore, design what you have to do. The design word does not mean designing a computer program. It is coming up with that stages that you have to do, pre-planning. Then implement that by installing the software, putting in data, then deploy that in your scenario, give it to people who are working on it, maybe you and your students if you're a teacher, and start working on it. So these are the 5 stages that you can go through. So you can have changeover challenges from the conventional AI based teaching, learning, decision making, and monitoring. Definitely, there will be challenges. There will be some challenges when you are coming up with a new idea, and that can be overcome by practice. As you keep proceeding, these challenges can be quickly overcome. Now, can anybody tell any suitable app that we have chosen for which you got connected with? When we were talking about so many apps and all, you would have found something, yeah, I know this can be used for my something like that. Can you tell me the name of an app, and in one role, probably as a teacher, what is your which app was attracted, or as a parent, probably as a parent, if you're leaving a child at home, I'll put a surveillance camera, that sounds interesting, you might have thought like that. Can you give me a role? Teacher, parent, administrator, student, any one role, and an app that we have seen so far, or anything that you know which will be suitable. As a teacher, I can use this app. As a parent, I will use this app. Something like that. Can you tell me something? Can anybody give one app that we have seen so far? What is your role, and name one app? Can you name one app? We are not done yet. We still have some more slides. Can you name an app? Okay, teacher. Mm. Okay. Okay. You liked the hiring one, Vervo. Okay. AI assisted employee hiring. Okay. To measure the performance. Anybody else? Question generator. Right. Prep AI. Okay. Super. Okay. So you got an idea. Good. Um, Now we will go to sharing my experiences. So far, I've been telling something which existed here and there. Now, let me share my experiences as how we teach. You all may know that I am basically a computer science and engineering person, but since 2011, I am in the Department of Printing Technology at Avinashilingam University. Everybody is asking how, as a computer science person, you are going and fitting into printing technology. The point is, printing technology has a lot of computers in it. Okay, the entire technology is driven by computers today. When we say industry 4.0, every industry is in the 4.0 era. Industry 4.0 is completely smart factory. There is AI, there is cloud computing, there is robotics, everything. So that part of printing is what I am focusing on because that's my forte. So I am able to do what I know the other people are doing there. So we have segregated our specializations and we are working, the faculty who are there in the department. So the Department of Printing has a lot of scope for computer, AI, and all these Industry 4.0 technologies, which we call as Print 4.0 technology. So what do? We give experiments for lab courses. What kind of experiments? Content creation. Because as printing students, they need to know what is the content, how to format, how to take print, how to publish it on the internet, everything they should know. So we give them AI based experiments during the lab. Then we give them ideas for assignment. Let them do something AI based. So their assignments are AI based. So they are not going to write a AI program, but they are going to identify something which is AI based, which is intelligent, what applications are there. They will have an awareness to that. Then we give projects and topics which are AI based. Then we give them internship also on AI. So when we give them all these AI based assignments, experiments, projects, and internship, we also ensure there is some ethics there, values are there, the discipline is there, learning new things, looking at the environment, caring for the society, inclusive education. All these are different wings of the same thing. Let's see how we are able to do it. So, content creation. How should they create the content? They will either be designing graphics like this, or they will be designing a graphics where they have to pull out the dolphin and the girl. So, this before after, which I have put here, is an image editing that they have done. So, we tell them to do something with the nature. So, they get connected with nature. The image is nature. It's not that we tell them to go sit outside. Of course, they take photos there and bring inside. So that is where we give them a connect to the nature. It's not that they are totally with the computer. Then we tell them to take something from their home, bring that. See, the girl on the right side has a black and white completely. Her jewels are in golden color. The background is in multiple colors. But the girl is a monochrome. So that was the effect created by the students. So it was her cousin. She took her color photo. Only the jewelry is in color and the background she has created. So there is a connect with the family. They're able to do this, and these are the kind of work they do. Now, doing this kind of work is not great because they manually do all these things. Today, AI is able to create better images. So we tell them to explore these. There are websites. Now this website has been upgraded. This person does not exist.com. When you put, each time there will be a different image. They are all neural network generated images. They are not real pictures. The girl photo, the cat, and the house that I have shown here do not exist. It has been combined with features that are available in the database, and the entire face has been created. So I tell the students AI is playing a bigger role. Therefore, their designs have to be much better. They should learn to use tools in such a way that they are able to catch up with the AI based tools that are available. So we teach them Corel Draw, Photoshop, and in that what AI features are available, how to use them. Otherwise, they will be manually using. We teach them these filters. Let me not go into the depth. So we tell them to use that and learn. Just like how you talked about Snapchat. Snapchat is an example, what features we did. Na? Like that, we teach them how to create images, edit images. So that's one thing. The other one is what I have on the right side is the word cloud that the students decided. Printing queens with all their names. This was one batch that they did, 2014 to 18 batch. So this they had to do manually because at that time AI was, we didn't have much of this word cloud concept. Then what happened later on, this monkey learn tool is an example for AI word cloud. I started telling students how to use this, how learn how AI works here, and also redesign. So they will be able to design a word cloud on their own, use monkey learn, create the same using the same words. They will create a word cloud, compare the two. So where the fonts are different, how it has placed, all those things they will be able to study. Then we give them mini projects. There is an AI-based chatbot that is available for blogs. One of our industry persons, a printing person, he is running he's a developer, Yugasa. He's running a chatbot company. So through him, we were able to get a free version, and we told our students to configure. There is no coding here. We told students to configure that site and create a AI based chatbot for the blogs that the students created. In printing, it's not only print on paper, it's also print on e version. That is the websites, blogs, etc., with less of coding and only HTML. So our students create blogs. In the blog, they will create this chatbot. This was a mini project that we gave them. Then this is a self-learning that they had to do. One of the companies, that is Komori company, which is a machine manufacturer for printing. They have AI for print management, smart print management software. So this software we gave to the students as a learning, self-learning, to understand the entire system, how it works. So that way we incorporated AI into it. Then we also teach them to search and find the role of AI in image design. Okay. So it will be helpful in visual branding, for visual analytics, how the image design AI is making use of it. Because When the students have to design something for the banner, which is put on the road, on the streets, there are certain features that should be there. When they design a meme for the WhatsApp, certain feature, the design is a little different. So those aspects, those features, those characteristics, they should know. That is why we give them this kind of exercises. So the role of AI comes in here also. The next thing that comes under printing is packaging. So packaging and package printing is another important discipline of printing and packaging technology. So normally for developing a box like this, we call it carton. There's a layout that they have to create, they have to design that, and there's a lot of thing behind it. There is a software that we have which is called ESCO. ESCO has a AI engine in it. We tell them how that works, and that is why ESCO is making their life easy. We teach them, otherwise certain things, calculations and all, are difficult. How does AI do it? How does ESCO do it? By AI in it. So that awareness we give to the students. Then we also make them write technical papers. Artificial intelligence for print production and IoT enabled supply chain management was one. Reducing waste in 3D printing. So this reducing waste again comes to this environment, being ethics. So the kind of topic that we choose is having multiple aspects that we have to cover. Remember, in our NBA they will ask which of these objectives have you covered and all. So we try to cover all those objectives with these topics. So AI-based material recommendation system for printed electronics product development for MSME. Are you in connect with the industry? They say, yes, we are doing for MSMEs. So we're bringing that industry also inside. There is visual inspection in print quality, another AI-based paper that our students have done. Print defect detection system using AI. So most of these are survey papers, except one or two, which is a practical paper. So that's one way of inculcating this. The other one is the research work. We've done a semi-smart factory environment. We have a setup in which there are 5 stages: innovating and designing, design and review, product development, product testing, product marketing. So the innovate and design, we have AI-based material selection system. That's a software tool which my research scholar has developed. She is a computer science research scholar working with me. In product development, we have developed a robotic arm for placement of the component. So that's one AI component. There is vision-based inspection system for the same system and an augmented reality-based demonstration. So we are able to bring in this in the research work also. Another research work, this is the robotic arm research work. You can see the robotic arm on the right side. It's a small one which is placed on the table for the printed sample to be tested. This is the vision-based system that I was talking about. The second research work is micro lessons for self-learning. So let me not go deep into it. Self-learning for students, that's the idea. So we build small lessons which the students can scan and learn. What you see at the bottom, the series of 4 images with the yellow outline, shows the package, a tie, neck tie package, first picture. The second picture shows a mobile app scanning the package. Package was designed by the student, and the mobile app is the augmented reality app. It gives you a learning about that package. What kind of package is it? So that's called a micro lesson. A micro lesson is a small lesson with a small objective. So this kind of software which you do, upon scanning that, when you are able to impart a small lesson, we call it a AR based micro lesson. This is the second research work that we are doing. These are examples of the micro lessons that we have developed for the offset machine and for the package. A few micro lessons that we have developed using AR. So in summary, you can see that in the Department of Printing, we were able to inculcate the recent ideas, not only AI based, and also the Education 5.0 features in the lab experiment as assignments, projects, and also for internships. We've sent them for internships also. So are you able to connect to AI? Can you come up with the ideas of your own? Do you think you're confident enough that you can go and implement? Do you think my session gave you the right pointers where you can go and do? Do you think from my session you think you can implement? Oh, it's not a rocket science. Was that impression clear? AI in education 5.0 is not a rocket science, right? Education for all in the society. Yes. Okay. So having said that, a little more pointers on how you can use AI. First, identify your specialization. Are you engineering background, management, science, arts? What are you? Are you a school teacher? What is your specialization? Remember, movies are a key attraction for students. So if you can take that tip and teach them, it will be a great thing. You can also take clues from these sustainable development goals. What is it that you want to teach? You can look at different aspects. From here, you can inculcate to them. Or you can also look at the great initiatives done by the Indian government. We are looking at telling the people we are no more in the British rule. Colonial hangover should now be eliminated. That's what the Indian government is doing. Let us be Indians. Let's not follow British Raj. Let's not have that colonial taste still with us. So that feature you have to inculcate in the student. Apart from that, this Make in India initiative, Swachh Bharat, all these, see if you can give them assignments and questions with AI, because we are now part of G20. We are the leader in G20. So today, when the students are students and the India is in a very great position, tomorrow when the students come out, will they be able to lift India further up? Isn't it not our duty as teachers to groom the students to lift India further beyond G20? Therefore, inculcate this in the students. It is our role to do this. Okay, we have been brought to this level by people before us, and also let us say by us also. Let's give a pat to ourselves. We should do the same thing with the forthcoming students and the present students and inspire them to go in the right path and do a lot of innovations. So, taking the clue from the movies, there are a number of movies which can teach cognition. It can teach transformation, transportation. So, whether you're an electronics teacher or a physics, chemistry teacher, or even about environment, take pictures from here and give them assignments based on this. It will definitely give them an attraction. I use these to teach cloud computing for one session for a guest lecture. These were the pictures I used to teach them cloud computing. Okay, so take examples from here. Similarly, cloning, to tell them what cloning is, to tell them what IoT is, synchronizing data, big data, decision making. All there are so many technology or so many aspects that each movie gives you and teaches you, because today the movie industry uses a lot of technology, science, and even anything, humanities or whatever you want. There is a lot of art. They are there in the movies. If you think your students are so much interested in movies, give them assignments based on this. Similarly, virtual imaging and CGI was there in the Jeans movie itself. So these were some pictures I used to teach them industry 4.0 techniques. So if I can use movies and teach them these concepts, definitely you can also think of ideas either using movies or something which will keep the students attention in what you are telling them. So summarizing, I think you should have got familiarized with the terminology for AI. Then we saw what education is, what is the process, and what education 5.0 features are. And then we went on to our core. We said the role of AI in education with some examples and how, as a teacher, you can apply. I also shared some experiences to give you the confidence that it is possible. Now, a word of caution. Isaac Asimov already said AI should not instruct mankind. Mankind should be instructing AI. So let's not allow AI to lead. We have to lead AI. So the same thing has been said in our religions also. Being ethical and being on the right road is essential. As teachers, it is our right to ensure the students are not having a misconception. AI will not rule the world, we will rule the world, and AI will be our tool. So, inculcating this concept and giving them the right perspective is our role, and we have to take up this ownership. Let's be together. Let's not allow the AI to rule us. So, this word of caution is something I definitely want to tell you. And the takeaway is AI is here. It will stay, it will evolve, it will morph. We cannot ignore it. Let us embrace AI in totality, in whatever dimension that suits us, and thus keep in pace with technology, but with a word of caution. Let us remain human beings together. Thank you and best wishes. If there are any queries, post them. Are there any queries?
It's time for the queries now. Participants can post your queries in the chat box.
Maybe they have asked questions during the session itself, so
Yeah, maybe, ma'am. There is a question.
thank you very much. Thank you for being attentive. I'm very happy that many of you interacted. I felt comfortable with all your interactions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really an eye-opening and informative session, and hope all our participants have enjoyed it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I thank MGR University and the organizers for having roped me into this. Thank you
Yeah,
very
ma'am.
much.
Before we conclude the session, it's time to express our gratitude to our today's speaker and to all our participants. So I would like to call upon Mrs. Padma Priya, Department of Information Technology, to give a formal vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is with a great pleasure and sense of gratitude that I stand before you today, extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of the Department of Information Technology and Academic Staff College for organizing this remarkable virtual faculty development program on education. I want to express my profound gratitude to our founder chancellor Til A.C. Shanmugam sir and President Engineer ACS Arun Kumar sir for their continuous guidance and pillar of support in organizing such events. I also thank our Rector Professor Dr. D. Viswanathan sir for their guidance and encouragement in all our efforts. I would like to express our deepest appreciation to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Lakshmi Priya ma'am, have added immense value to this program. Your extensive knowledge and expertise in the field of education have enlightened us all. Your valuable insights will undoubtedly guide us as we strive to excel in our roles as educators. We are truly honored to have had you grace this occasion. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our convener, Dr. N. Kanya ma'am, for her exceptional efforts in organizing this program. Your meticulous planning, dedication, and commitment have been instrumental in making this event a resounding success. Thank you for ensuring that every aspect of this program was carefully orchestrated, enabling us to derive the maximum benefits from it. We extend our gratitude to the faculty members of Department of Information Technology and Academic Staff College for their unwavering support for guidance throughout this program. Your expertise, commitment, and willingness to share knowledge have pivotal role in shaping the success of this endeavor. A special word of thanks goes out to all the participants who who joined us from various institutions. Your active participation, enthusiasm, and valuable contribution have made this program engaging and enriching. We hope that the knowledge and insights guided during this program will help you excel in your teaching careers and contribute to the advancement of education in your respective institution. Last but not least, we express our gratitude to the management of our Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute for their continuous support and encouragement. Their unwavering commitment to fostering a culture of learning and professional development has made events like these possible. Thank you once again, and we look forward to future collaboration and opportunities to enhance our knowledge and skills together. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Padma Priya ma'am. The attendance link will be posted in the chat box, so participants kindly fill in before you leave.
Sai Sudha ma'am, if you can contact me, I'll give the reply later. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll sign off.
Yeah. With this, we will end our today's session here, and we'll meet you all tomorrow with another interesting topic by 10 a.m. Until then, it's bye. Thank you.
Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Mechanical Engineering, Electronic and Communication Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electronic and Communication Engineering. Biotechnology.
Rajarajeshwari Medical College and Hospital is a dynamic, reputed, highly acclaimed institution situated in the serene 25-acre campus in southwest Bangalore. The college has state-of-the-art central research laboratory with qualified and trained personnel. The fully modular operation theatres in the hospital are equipped with the most advanced systems and devices. Highly experienced, top-notch surgeons undertake complex surgeries in a spectrum of specialties, thus helping the patients to get the best clinical care.
ACS Medical College and Hospital, Chennai.
This spacious, well-ventilated and audio-visual equipped lecture halls and classrooms are designed to provide space for CMEs and training sessions for the doctors, students, staffs and nurses and technicians.
Faculty of Medicine, Sri Lalitambigai Medical College and Hospital.
The hospital has a wide range of round-the-clock laboratory infrastructure with skilled staff providing prompt service to the patients. The ICUs constitute the pride of the hospital healthcare delivery. The well-stocked pharmacy in the hospital works around the clock.
Faculty of Dental Surgery, Thai Mogambigai Dental College and Hospital. Faculty of Architecture. Faculty of Arts and Commerce. Faculty of Humanities and Sciences. Faculty of Law. Faculty of Physiotherapy.
Skilled staffed physiotherapy department helps in the rehabilitation process.
Faculty of Pharmacy.
The well-stocked pharmacy in the hospital works around the clock.
Faculty of Nursing. Faculty of Allied Health Sciences. Computer Applications. Faculty of Hotel Management. De novo courses. Faculty of Education. General Facilities.
Library is a treasure trove of knowledge. Fully equipped ambulance services, multi-cuisine nutritional cafeteria for students and the staff, gym facilities, separate sessions for men and women, comes with all exercise equipment. A spectacular cricket ground and separate swimming pools for boys and girls.
Few of our events in lineup. Degrees are awarded to the graduates on the convocation day. Dr. MGR University, providing education with moral and social values to bring out the youth with character and humility beyond compare. Following the footsteps of a phenomenon, Bharat Ratna Dr. M.G. Ramachandran, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, for meaningful progress and better tomorrow.